So these are should be applied to actual laws in life and society about people stepping on people. Symbolically, it is a crime, and literally, it could kill someone, and or many people, and causing imprisonment to many people. So the best thing is to tell the truth, as everyone knows, because the truth will always be founded and or recorded in some way. If it's not my eyes, if it's not in the whole entire universe's eyes, including planets and stars, then obviously someone doesn't know. And how does someone not know? I mean, everyone has eyeballs, everyone has everything, and for the creator of all life to not see what is going on, nor know what is going on, is just to live in obliviously a naive life. And to say that I am the one that created these cameras, it's a bunch of bullshit, because most likely God and universes did, just like the police did, just like the law enforcement did, just like the governmental officials did, just like everyone else did. So, I mean, the top of the top will always have cameras on criminal activities and such thing and so forth. So, I mean, there's no way around it, as we are all a life and creation of God and universes. Everyone has eyeballs, everyone has electronics. He and she basically has every single thing on camera. So, for Margaret or whoever that woman was to accuse me to this extent of my eye vision or what I see and what I don't see, this is by far beyond criminal activity. So, strange enough, I was sitting around here and someone has supposedly wanted me to fight with the universe to rescue and save Jesus Christ for eternity. But what exactly did people do for Jane and John and anyone else? So, I mean, when it referring to infinity element, for example, my quest to church was to find out that people at church at the universe grounds that beams up to the top of the universe are still bashing on infinity element. So I'm just wondering how much trash they're saying about me and Brian Kappenberger and a bunch of other people at these facilities. So I'm wondering what drama and what nonsense they walk into these facilities and these non-permissible places for people to be judging other people, especially other gods. So, I mean, this is by far unacceptable behavior of church. I mean, strangely, I wonder which life and what life this Mary Margaret person had climbed over me. So I'm wondering who's on top of everyone's head in hierarchies, claiming that no one knows. I mean, I turn on the news, I turn on television, I see a bunch of scandals and shadows and powers and things like that, all jumbled up on a bunch of random people. I mean, before it seemingly looked like shadows and souls inside. Now it's a bunch of supposed mental copies of people's heads on top of other people. So, I mean, it's gone to a whole nother extent of what is really going on, what lie is really going on, and why is it happening. So, around year 2017, it appeared that Element Lie, and she's supposed to be on the bright side as Element Lie, because everyone knows it's okay for lies to be on the white lie, as in white alien lie or the bright side, because that is supposed to be a lie that would save a bunch of lies and not a literal horrible toxic dark side lie. So this entity, strange enough, walked out of the dark side while I was 3 years old, and it came to my knowledge that this entity happened to be lie element, because she happened to have so many secrets, and she happened to have lied and claimed my name was Monica. So, I mean, that obviously showed that perhaps there were so many people that walked out that door, or another entry somewhere that she was located, and just how many people were lied to get their names. So obviously their names are all falsified and given by some lie element. and she literally appeared as a lie element. So it came to my true real discovery that she is lie element because I was in the bathroom talking, trying to fix things with my powers when I did try to gain my power back, and she had gone over me and hovered over me and clicked my finger and said lie while I was creating tons of fixes all over the place. So if you're handling and dealing with lies, this might be that very day that she had hovered over me and stepped on me and literally clicked lie upon my fixes that I had intentionally tried to fix a bunch of things that were ruined and destroyed. So, I mean, you could go find this and that creator and try to have them fixed, but if you bring all these other bad elements around, I don't know how you're going to fix anything anymore. The year before that, I had sent my dear father a bracelet that I knew he would know this story because it is about one of the begins of of creation, and I do know that my father knows the story very well. And however, during the time I sent him this bracelet, it was involving dirt, sand, flowers, and the sky, and water, including worms. And however, he never responded, and for all I know is that Block and all these other people had schemingly thought some shit about me. So, the guy that was captured and trapped, seemingly sounding as a wizard that had nothing much to really do about this, because his work and his stuff is more about wizard stuff and potions, things like that, music like Hogsworth and things like that. So for him, he was forced to be questioned until he answered everything about the beginning of life and how everyone was gorgeous and beautiful and everyone was handsome. But the life that we have now, obviously it's not. So it is obvious that someone had gone to him and had created some sort of ugly potion for the entire planet. So, I mean, this obviously means that people are seeking to be beautiful and be someone. That everyone's stealing everyone's Scandos one. Two, everyone's stealing bodies, including claymation machines and shit like that. So, it's obvious that other people are trying to seek who they are, but with these mental connections that are very strong and the eye vision, they all think they want to be this and that person. So when they want to be this and that person visually for themselves, does their soul know that they don't look, one, like me, two, like Angelina Jolie, three, like a bunch of people? So, I mean, this is obvious that the doppelgangers and things like that, is it doppelgangers? Or is it people that went on a claymation machine from the future and went to this and that time? Like, what is it? Like, or is it plastic surgery? What is it? Or is it eating Scandos? What exactly would it be? So, obviously, a bunch of people want to look like a bunch of people because someone went to mess with the creator and made everyone look ugly. And then they mess with brains and minds. So, now everyone thinks they want to be someone else. And for me, I don't want to go back in my universe body because I actually literally saw a soul in my body. And it was walking around. So obviously, that body is used. So for a person to go in a body that's used, this is by far unacceptable because it is not a type of material as in clothing. It's not. These are bodies. These are actual people. These are actually a living body. So for other people to be in your body and then you get your body back, you're not going to feel comfortable. You're going to feel like that iRobot movie where you want to kill yourself, where you're trapped in a body. So obviously, everyone's going to be suicidal, homicidal, and whatever, because obviously, people do not want to be in a body that was used by other people. Souls and everyone knows that this is not acceptable for mankind and our life. So, as my grandma had mentioned, if you borrow something for someone, you clean it and you return it. But these people, when they return my bodies or powers or energies, they don't bother cleaning it. They use it, and then they just toss it back. As if I'm some piece of trash that's gonna pick up their shit